Hey, what's up? It's Symphony here. Subscribe to my brother Mr. Creepy as Hell channel, and when you're watching his videos, make sure you stay in one piece.
Andy woke up on a very cold January. There was a blizzard storm warning that was going to be hitting his area very soon. He heard his kids playing around in the house, so he knew that they were already up. They were out from school because of the weather. Andy got up and was going to make his kids some breakfast since they were already up. He went downstairs and he can hear them shutting their room doors, laughing and giggling. Andy was preparing the food. His cell phone rang. He looked and it was his wife, Chelsea. Andy answered the phone and he told her, "Hey Chelsea, where'd you go to? You need to hurry and get back. There's going to be a huge blizzard storm coming. I don't want you trapped anywhere. It's not going to be safe to travel in these weather conditions." "Oh, don't worry, Andy. I'm on my way. I just had to stop and get a few things," Chelsea reassuring Andy that she was safe and on her way home. As she was talking to him and he was talking to her, Andy heard the kids once again playing around. And before he got off the phone, he told her, "Okay, Chelsea, you just be safe and get home safe, please, and be careful. I'm gonna make waffles for these kids. They're running around the house excited. I guess they're happy that they don't have to go to school." Andy, what are you talking about? The kids are with me," Chelsea said in a very concerning voice. "That can't be possible. I just heard the kids laughing and playing around. What are you talking about, Chelsea? Don't scare me like that," Andy said to Chelsea as he felt his heart started to rapidly beat. And then Chelsea video called Andy and she showed him that both of the kids were indeed with her. Andy was even more shocked. He felt like he couldn't breathe and he felt like he was going to pass out because he was wondering if the kids are with her, then who is running around upstairs? And before he had the time to even think about that, he heard a low-pitched growl. Thinking about this just makes me realize how lucky I was that nothing didn't happen to me. This happened about a year ago. I was walking home from school and I had to pass by a wooded area to get to my house. As I was walking, I heard a man humming as I heard leaves crunching. I was a little taken aback because I thought I was the only one in this forest. And to be honest with you, the forest does look creepy if you think about it, especially at night. I also wanted to say it got darker earlier because it was around late fall, getting ready to get into winter. So if I had to tell you what day it was a year ago, it was probably around November, late November, maybe early December. I really can't really pinpoint the exact date, but I know it was around that time. So it was darker earlier. As I was walking, the man's humming got closer, and that's when I felt like someone was behind me. I turned around, and there was a man. He was staring at me. Something about him just seemed off. He had on some overalls that was dirty all over, and I noticed that he was covered in dirt from head to toe. He had long, greasy, gray hair, and he was a pretty big guy. He looked at me and smiled, and I could see his yellow, rotten, decaying teeth, and not to mention that some of his teeth were missing.
"Hey, young man, you need help with something? Are you lost in the woods? If you like, my car is not too far from here. I can give you a ride,"
the man asked me with a really unsettling smile. Something about that smile made my soul uncomfortable. I turned him down. I told him, "I'm sorry, sir. I don't accept rides from people that I don't know. And besides, my house is not that far from here. Only got like maybe about 3 more minutes of walking before I get home. So I'm all good. I'm gonna go ahead and walk on home. Nice talking to you though. Bye."
"Smart kid. That's pretty wise of you, 'cause you never know. You could be getting in a car with a killer,"
the man responded to me after I turned him down. Those words felt really uncomfortable, and it's the way that he said it that made my skin crawl. I picked up the speed and I hurried on home. I finally made it home, and I looked just to make sure I wasn't followed, and I wasn't. Several weeks later, though, I heard on the news that there was a murderer who was arrested after killing someone after giving him a ride in his car. When they showed the picture of the guy, I was in shock. My blood was ice cold, and I began to have a hard time catching my breath. When I saw the picture of the murderer, I immediately recognized him from the guy in the woods that wanted to know if he can give me a ride. It really made me scared and nervous and relief at the same time. I'm really happy with myself that I turned him down, because if it had been a really bad day, knowing me, I probably would have accepted his invite to give me a ride, and I probably would have never came back home. I'm thankful that I made the right decision. It's crazy to think how close I came to death. I just hope this guy stays in prison for the rest of his life. And to the poor soul who lost his life, may you rest in peace.